Namaste everyone. Let's introduce our book Cybersecurity. Firstly, I appreciate the efforts of Ms. Pankuri Shrivastava, who is a co-author of this book. She is presently serving as assistant professor in management department at Babu Banarsi Das University, Lucknow. She is very dedicated towards her research approach in writing this book. It's all her attainment which we together accomplished it. We both are thankful to R. Narayan Publishers and Distributors for publish this book. You all can catch this book either online or via bookshops. Cybersecurity is the concerned matter as cyber threats and attacks are overgrowing. The purpose of writing this book is to introduce multiple tools and techniques in order to secure our cyber world. It can be said safely that the text covers almost all topics in cybersecurity that a student of all courses or professional from any field ought to learn or know. This book deals with the concept of security in multiple areas of information technology like information security, application security, data security, etc. Also, it provides information about the various security policies and the security standards of cyber world. Attackers are now using more sophisticated techniques to target the systems. Individual small scale businesses or large organizations are being impacted. So, all firms, whether IT or non IT, private or public sectors, have understood the importance of cybersecurity and focuses on adopting all possible measures to deal with cyber threats. With the game up for cyber threats and hackers, organizations and their employees should take a step to deal with them. As we like to connect everything to the internet, this also increases the chances of vulnerabilities, breaches, and flaws. Gone are the days when passwords were enough to protect the system and its data. We all want to protect our personal and professional data, and thus cybersecurity is what you should know to ensure data protection. So let's begin with the contents of the books. Each chapter includes summary questions in order to help you all. Let me introduce with the syllabus. In the first unit, we will discuss and we had already given all the concepts and with the detailed notes regarding the types of information systems, development of information systems, need for security, and what are the information assurance, information security, risk analysis. In the unit second, we had explained application security, which are being related with database, email, and internet. Data security, consideration, backups, all the security technology related with firewall, VPNs, instruction, detection, access control, and all security threats too we discussed. Like digital signatures, public key, cryptography, what is e-cash, credit, payment, what are the precautions we have to take before doing any payment or any transaction, and what are the certain steps which we have to take to secure. In the unit third, we have discussed with the detailed steps related with developing secure information system. How? What are the steps? What are the security? What are the governance and the risk management? What are the data storage and downloadable devices? What are the physical security of IT assets? Backup security measures. All these concepts are explained in the unit third. Let's move on with the unit 4, in which security policies related with sample securities policies, notifications, publishing, everything is mentioned. And apart from that, in the unit 4 we have also discussed the information security standards. It would be related with ISO, IT Act, Copyright Act, patent law, IPR, cyber laws in India, IT Act 2000 provisions, intellectual property law, copyright law, software license, semiconductor law, and patent law. And all these syllabus and units are divided into chapters. So first chapter will be start with the concept and end up with the development of information system. And it would be divided into furthermore chapters with the accomplishment of chapter 13th. Yes, with the chapter 13th. And with the basics, I just want to explain you that what are the certain importance to read out this book and to go through this book. Basically, we can say that information is an obligatory resource of any organization, and should be achieved and maintained with efficiency and persistence. It's need to be properly managed and utilized. So related to the elements and characteristics of systems, independence, everything is being mentioned in this book. You can go ahead with the book. If you find any single problem, you can directly do contact, and or you can comment me in the comment box. The whole PDF is attached for your reference. You can go ahead with this unit. It's divided, the syllabus has divided into 4 units, and 4 units has been divided into 13 chapters. Second chapter is information security, whereas we can move towards it with the concept of cyber security. And from this, furthermore, we have security consideration, and with the chapter 5, we have it's with full explanation with the case studies also. Fifth chapter is related with the security technology, and afterwards we have a sixth chapter. It is security threats. So, and after it, on page number 87, we have a chapter 7th, e-commerce concept. 87, security threats to e-commerce. And furthermore, we have on chapter 8 with page number 101. You can easily go through it very, I'm just running very fast because it's in about more than 200 pages. So in chapter 8, we have information security governance and risk management with full explanation regarding security governance, the role of IT security, the risk management, need of risk management. All these are covered in this 8th chapter. After that, we have a 9th chapter. It's page number 109, which is being security architecture and design, in which the security concept, the process, the security planning of information, and the 9 steps to create an information security plan has been explained. Designing of information security explained. And in chapter 10, it is on page number 170, which is being related to the hardware security, in which the explanation related to the what is hardware security, types of hardware security, crypto processors, security modules, need of hardware security, history of hardware security, what does hardware security do, importance of hardware security, data storage and downloadable devices, types of data storage, physical security of information technology assets, closed circuit television, which we call as CCTV, uses of CCTV, benefits of CCTV, and backup security measures, who has control over your backups and recoveries. All these details are mentioned here. Afterwards, we have chapter 11, which is related with the security policies on page number 135. Security policies chapter covers security policies, meaning elements of information security, purpose of information security, scope, and the information security objectives, authority and access control policy is being related, classification of data, data support and operations, security awareness, responsibilities, reference to relevant legislation, other items that in ISP may include. 10 steps to successful security policy also mentioned here. Afterwards, WWW policy is mentioned, policy review process is here, corporate policy is here, and sample security policies are also being explained here very clearly. Afterwards, we have a chapter 4th, which includes the whole information related with the security standards. Security standards in this particular chapter, it's related with information security standards, meaning why we need standards, ISO, international organization, overview, structure, IEC, joint committees, membership, financing, international standards, history of ISO standards, popular standards, Information Technology Act, silent features of IT Act, scheme of IT Act, application of the IT Act, and amendments brought in the IT Act, Electronic Commerce, Copyright Act, patent law, intellectual property rights, history of IPR, protection of intellectual property rights. Everything has been explained in very detailed. And in chapter 13th, it starts with the 181. It's related with the cyber laws in India. So it's explained all laws related with cyber, that why cyber law in India, what is the use, why enforced here, what is intellectual property law, development of intellectual property law, types of intellectual property law, software license types, individual licensing, software licenses types, individual license, individuals, multi-user license, semiconductor law, properties, legal provisions, and the duration of registration. Everything is mentioned over here in very detailed. So let's not talk about more about this book. I am thankful to my co-author Miss Pankhuri Srivastava, and the publisher once again R. Narayan Publishing and Distributor, Agra. And all of you, if you require any suggestions and query, please do comment. I will definitely answer for it. Thank you so much.